Alright. Trying to get things situated. Bada boom. Alright. Just getting set up here now. You guys hear me? Sick. Alright. We're going to obviously give it a couple minutes because it's not quite 3 o'clock yet. Some quick stats on this like little raffle here. There was 280 people who entered for a total of 800 tickets. So pretty damn good odds, even if you got just one ticket. Here they are right here, as you can see. Someone in the Discord community, his name's Ryan. Ryan made this sick, probably gonna butcher this, but it's like Cordura wrap. It's a multicam wrap. He said that whoever wins it, he will send them for free the, he made some pieces that wrap around here too. And so, yeah, that'll look pretty dope on here. He's got pictures in the Discord if you guys are interested in seeing what it looks like. He also went with the MJF housing, so basically identical to this because he's got the mil-spec lenses, but he's a Gucci guy and got the white floss tubes in there. All right, so that's the raffle set right there. What else can we talk about while we wait? Talk about this. This is pretty sick. This is a clone Sig Tango LPVO. Haven't shot it on this airsoft gun yet, but it's pretty damn good. I'm kind of pissed about the RMR because it's a clone RMR, obviously, but it's like a dummy one. It doesn't actually do anything, so they made me pay like $60 more for a stupid RMR that doesn't work, which is retarded. But I do plan to have these LPVOs stocked and for sale on my web store soon. Problem is they're pretty expensive. They're a few $100, but they're really nice. I just want to take it to the range, get a bunch of shots through it, and see how it holds up. Yeah, so let's see. I only have a couple sets with me right now. Here's like some housings. I'd like to put them together and set them to the side. Problem is, I ordered 20 sets of alphas, the housings, and I ordered them MJF printed, obviously, but I only got 5 out of the 20. So, still waiting for 15 more. Sorry about that. I have this one right here. This one is a prototype that I put together. As you can tell, the bridge is a lot different, but actually the tubes are a lot different as well. This thing is so light in comparison to like this one. Obviously this one doesn't have this one has tubes and lenses, but like this one is ridiculously light. Dylan, if you're looking for some freaking tubes, eBay is the place where I get most of mine, I would say. Sometimes I get them off Facebook Marketplace. Or not Marketplace, but like Facebook groups and stuff. But eBay is pretty much usually where I get them. Let's see. Here's a built-out set of that like prototype bridge I was talking about. This one's completely assembled, functioning. This one's got Chinese lenses in it or whatever. But yeah, so what happened is I actually ordered these on accident when I meant to order those. And so I've had these ones forever. But I just haven't done anything with them because I didn't have the PCBs, because obviously it takes a different circuit board in here. I didn't have the circuit board for them, so I just had these housings sitting around for a long time, and I just got those the boards in, so I was able to put one of those together. The Chinese tubes, I got the Chinese tubes from Alibaba, but I got some super bad news about the Chinese tubes. So I go to check my mail. All right, let me preface this. We did a group buy for some NVT tubes, and they were blem tubes, and they all turned out pretty good. Like, there's a couple that I was like, wow, dude, really? You guys sent this tube out? But it is what it is. But where was I going with this? Oh, I got those Alibaba tubes. I ordered 11 of them, and one of them arrived dead. The seller said he's going to replace it, but I got to ship the dead one back to him. And what I mean by dead is it's just incredibly dim to the point that this little Gen 1 thing back here is brighter than the Gen 3 or Gen 2 plus tube, right? But that group buy for those tubes was pretty expensive. There's like a lot of like taxes and fees on top of it, which sucked. But then yesterday in the mail, I get a fucking bill from FedEx, which was the seller's choice, and FedEx is charging me $2,500 for import fees, which is super not cool, but the Alibaba seller said not to pay it, so that's what I'm doing. But yeah, so FedEx charged me fucking $2,500 in import fees for those tubes. I'm assuming that even if you were to order like 1 or 2 tubes from them, you'd get that same import tax. But obviously I can't say for certain. What time is it now? Almost 3. How many people we got in here? 34. Wow. Light turnout for some freaking badass nods. I don't know why they charged me that, but I'm not paying it because they didn't even bill it to me. They billed it to my email address, like my Gmail, not even like my business one. They billed it to like the Gmail I made when I was in like 6th grade. So, fuck them. What else can we talk about? Let's talk about something pretty dope, actually. So for those of you that are building alphas, someone in the Discord designed this, and it's a PVS-14 lens body, kind of, that you put the 8mm lens inside of, and then you can use this in you can use it in your alpha build. But I sent this file over to that Shangru the people who make these lenses for us. I sent it over to them and asked them if they were able to make something like this plastic printed part, but like out of metal. And he said he could do one better, and they actually packaged the 8mm lens, the package from inside here. They packaged it into like a PVS-14 objective lens. So those are going to be coming out soon. I don't know when they're going to be rolling out, but I know a lot of guys are already ordering them. I'm going to have to probably order a bunch of these, like, he said he could make the shell too, like this exact piece in aluminum, so I could still put the existing 8mm lenses in. So I'm probably going to have to do that with a lot of the lenses I have, because I have a shit ton of 8mm lenses. But once those sell out, then I'll start having the dedicated PVS-14/69. We're just going to call them PVS-69 objective lenses. Let's see, what else is new? Huh. I think. What can we talk about? Well, how about this? I have a bunch of these lights in stock. I'm probably going to do a sale on them soon. But these are Surefire clones. I have a bunch of these in stock. So they're 6-volt, white and IR, Surefire, like M600 Scout, whatever, with the white and IR LED head. I'm going to be modifying my web store a little bit to show how many of each of these are like physically in stock in the US. I have a bunch of them, but that way like you guys can order them and get them a lot quicker. To get started on this, I actually saw TikTok. I think a lot of us might have saw this TikTok, but it was from Coco, and it was on the BP NVGs, right? And I was like, wow, that looks so cool. I want a 3D printer so I can build cool stuff. So I bought a 3D printer, bought all the stuff to build the BP NVGs, built them, super underwhelmed, and I was like, well, I think I can do way better than this. So I just started evolving from there. I haven't shot any on rifles. I want to say I have a purse right here though. These might be Wilcox's. These purses are pretty freaking nice, actually. I bought one for myself personally. I just haven't put it on my gun yet. But these things are pretty freaking dope. I don't understand why the body is so big on them when they really only house 2 lasers and a battery. So that to me is kind of confusing, but it's got, what is this? I feel like this is a Fisher port or a Limu port back here, but a 3-pin push-pull connector port on the back, and it's super nice. It's got this, I'll call it a tape switch or whatever, with a rotary encoder, so you can change the brightness of the lasers without actually having to turn the dial on the laser itself. A review of the lasers on the web store, I could probably do that. I did a review on the mall, kind of. I didn't really understand what I was getting into on that, but I ended up really liking it, so yeah. What else? I was just about to say something. I forgot. Oh, speaking of connectors. I'm going to start soon having these available. these are Limu cables, and I have the matching connectors for them, but these are like I would have to look up the exact part number. These were a pain in the ass to order because the Chinese guy just went back and forth like a million times. But these are Chinese Limus. They come pre-assembled on this cable, which is perfect for your helmet. You get your right angle for the nods and your straight plug for your battery pack. I have not yet designed or made the modifications to the battery pack to work with the Limus, but the Limus will work with these just the regular 69s because the hole is the correct size. You just have to put the Limu port in. Let me see. So here are the ports right here. I got these 90-degree ones because the plan is to like solder them into the battery pack board and drop the whole thing and kind of like drop it in and squeeze it into the like battery pack. I don't know. I just got these ones with the long pins on it just because. But then there's like some straight short ones that actually go in the NVGs themselves. But these things seem pretty damn high quality and I'm super impressed with them. The only catch is they are like, I want to say like $60 per set plus shipping and taxes. So that's kind of a expensive thing right there, but they definitely look good and they feel good, and there's something I want to start implementing. So the new contacts for the MX-69. Let me grab one quick. So here is the display side of the MX-69. This is one that I printed myself, but if you bought the parts kit one, you're getting an MJF printed one. So yeah, this board will go perfectly in here, and you don't have to modify the board at all actually, because when you think about it, the top board is literally just this, and then this is right here. You know what I mean? So it's like it was right in front of me the whole time, and I just wasn't able to figure this out. I don't know how I couldn't figure that out, but yeah, you just have to put this here. You can kind of get in there to solder the wires. I would solder it all up first and then like put it in place and like maybe use some adhesive or whatever. And then this part right here is your cam side. I modified a little bit and got rid of the shelf in here that the cam was sitting on because I was finding that it was hard to get the cam perfectly flat in there, and it needs to sit perfectly flat to get the proper like collimation of the tubes. But basically this piece goes on here, and these 4 holes, you can use those to inject potting compound. So what I did is I just put it in there and just pumped it in until it comes out that hole, and then do the same on the other side. And then you'll have a fully potted tube with these contacts on top. So it's pretty slick setup right there. Oh shit, is it frozen? Oh, we now unfrozen. We're good, right? Hello? Alright, dope, we're back. Alright, what time is it now, huh? 3:06. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and roll into so I'll talk about the camera real quick. Let me figure out where I put mine. I got 2 of these. These are the IMX 385 sensor. It's shown to be a little bit better than the Night Eagle 3, not drastically better. This one was around, I paid like 200 for 2, but they're quite a bit larger than the Night Eagle 3, obviously, and they have a weird connector setup, and I'm still waiting on the like pinout from the seller on what these wires are, what goes where. Obviously this is some kind of video coax cable here, but like what are all these wires right here basically, and I'm gonna have to figure out a wiring harness to make all this stuff work and then pack it into the MX-69, which I think is totally doable, but it's gonna take some like pretty solid rework to make it happen, but still something that's definitely gonna happen. The seller only sent me one of these cables, so that was kind of shitty, but I got 2 cameras. So I haven't even plugged this one in yet to test it. These are like BNC connectors on the end here, but yeah, so I'm gonna do some tinkering with this, but I got a lot of shit to catch up on before we do anything with that. But that's something that is coming and possible, so I'm pretty stoked for that. Alright, it's 3:08. Let's go ahead and pull up random. Wait, we're gonna do this cool. Chat GPT. Alright. Check the comments real quick. It's not something that you can order and wait on. It's going to take a little while before all this stuff happens. I will get to this bottom comment down here about another raffle. Alright. Generate a random number between 1 and 800. Here we go. Moment of truth. 472. So the way I run these raffles is I put everybody's order number into an Excel sheet and I duplicate that order number for the amount of orders they have, or for the amount of tickets they bought. 472. Alright, 472 is order number RHFTD. If you know your order number, you can say what up in the comments. I'm going to turn my computer screen away so I don't violate everybody's privacy while I look at this guy's name. Wait, I'm going to turn you guys away. You can look at this setup right here. Alright. Fucking keyboard. RHFTD. Alright, so it looks like Garrett from Texas won that set with a purchase of 2 tickets. So for 20 frickin' bucks, this guy just got this set of night vision. Imagine that. That's crazy. Well, congrats to Garrett. I'm going to not show his personal information on his camera. Is Garrett in the freaking chat right now? Garrett, where you at? What the hell is going on with my mouse? Garrett's not in the freaking chat. Come on, Garrett, speak up if you're in here. Jesus Christ. Whack. Alright, guys. So, Garrett got this set. I'm also going to throw in this case, obviously, to have something to ship it in. Reading some of those messages. I'm going to throw it in this case. I'm going to throw in a battery pack board set so he can build himself a battery pack and have something to power these suckers with. Yeah, so Garrett won that one. Garrett, I'll get in touch with you if you're fucking in the chat, and we'll get you in contact with Ryan so you can get the extra Cordura pieces for this thing. And congrats, dude. This is a pretty damn good set. I'll just recap what we got here. We got mil-spec Carson lenses, front and back. We have purple FLD filters threaded on there, so it gives a nice like white phosphorus look, and some pretty stellar looking Gen 3 tubes. This is a dope ass setup right here, so yeah, congrats, dude. That's pretty freaking exciting. Alright. Oh, this case is broken or something. There we go. Boom, Garrett just won that set of night vision. Now, some of you guys asked about the next raffle, right? So don't log out yet. Don't fucking close out because you didn't win. Here we go. We got another MJF set right here. This one is just going to be equipped with some Chinese lenses, front and back. These are Alexi lenses, so they're the guys who make the BNVD 1431s or whatever they are, or what are they? The 1431s. You know what I'm talking about? Argus. Argus makes these lenses. So these are Argus lenses in this MJF housing with a set of Gen 3 tubes from holy fuck, I'm blanking on the freaking company. How am I blanking so hard right now? What's his name? Nocturnal Tendencies. Sorry, totally fucking fucked that up. Nocturnal Tendencies was super cool enough to supply me with his old tubes. I did pay for these, fair market price. So he did not give these to me or allow me to have them for cheap or anything. This was a fair price on these tubes. He says that all he knows is they are Gen 3 tubes, MX-10160s, and we know nothing further about them. I might be able to pull up the pictures that he showed, show you guys his spec sheet pictures on there. But they're super, super nice tubes. They look real good. Definitely good if you're going to win them for 20 bucks. But those are going to go into this housing, and then this housing is going to be up on the next raffle. With that, you're going to get the choice of filters. You can get the purple, you can get green. They're already going to be green, so I don't know why you'd want that one. You can get orange, you can get blue. It'll be your choice for what filters you want on that set. The filters are not something I'm going to sell, but I will throw them in on housings. So with this is obviously not substantially less expensive of a build, but a decently bit less expensive of a build versus the other ones, because those Carson lenses were $800 just for the lenses. I want to say the tubes were like up near like $1,500 a tube, and so what is that? I think the total build cost was somewhere near $4,000 for that last set. So, yeah. This one is not near that. I don't remember what I paid for the tubes. Housing was not super expensive. I want to say this is like $400 in lenses, and then the MJF housing, which is like another 100 and something ish, with all the parts and everything in there. So yeah, that's gonna be the next raffle right here. I haven't built this set out, but I will, and we'll get the pictures loaded up, and I'll get spec sheets and everything updated on the website coming soon. And then these tickets will probably be available sometime next week, and we'll run it the same. When the tickets run out, then we'll give it a little bit. I'll process everything, get it all ready to go, and I'm gonna with this next raffle, I'm gonna need everybody who buys a ticket to like click like subscribe to email list or something like that when they check out, so that way when the raffle happens, I can email you the invite when you bought to the email you used when you bought the ticket. That way you'll know exactly when it is. You'll have a link in your email box that you can open up. But it'll just make things a lot smoother. I'm not going to send you a bunch of spam. Trust me, I don't fucking have time for that. But yeah, so I am working on some more stuff coming in soon. I have a iRay or infrared sensor on the way. It's a 640 sensor. So that'll be pretty dope. I'm going to build that into a tube format so you can co-witness thermal, analog, or thermal and digital, which will be pretty dope. But yeah, guys, I'm super excited for Garrett. He got his $20 set of night vision, which just because you got him for $20, don't treat him like a $20 set of night vision. Make sure you're like educated on taking care of them, and yeah, congrats, dude. That's pretty freaking epic. Yeah, you guys heard that? Sorry. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for this live stream. That's unless you guys got any more questions or anything like that. All right, shit. Don't everybody fucking get quiet at once. Nothing heard. All right, guys. Like I said, for those flashlights, I'm gonna update those on the web store. Try to be running like a sale on those, and let you guys get those into your hands. Those freaking flashlights are pretty dope. Step-by-step tutorial for alphas. So to clear things up, there is no difference between analog and digital alphas. It's the same thing. The difference lies in the tube. You have to build your MX69 tube, but it works the same exact way that a 10160 works. Dylan, go to eBay. That's the best place. All right, guys. I'm signing out. Catch you on the next one. Fully completed kits with tubes. Probably not going to happen. I don't really want to be a tube dealer. I really don't even want to sell MX69s because I don't want someone else. So for the MX69, right, it's made with a Chinese camera and display, or Chinese display unit with that board, which we've had problems like wiring those boards up in the past. I don't think anybody has failed once they have them running, unless they do something stupid like hook power up backwards or short something. But I don't want people coming to me and saying like, hey, my tube doesn't work anymore, and then I'm like responsible for fixing it, because it's just a pain in the ass, honestly. I'm busy enough, but yeah. Extruded shoots, I can't say, honestly. I have no clue. I could probably do some like time correlation and see when your video dropped versus like my web store is pretty good analytics, so I can see like how many people looked at the store that day and whatnot, what you see is what you get. No refunds. So I actually don't like a no refund policy, like a strict like no refund, because shit happens. Like I just had 2 people ask for refunds last week. One dude had something come up. The other guy just decided to source his stuff elsewhere. So I mean, it's something that I don't want to be a dick about, and I think it would honestly hurt sales more than help, because that would scare people away, I think. Nice. I am working on, I say working on, but I haven't even started. I'm going to put together a package that is going to include a digital alpha setup with FDM printed housings, and an analog alpha setup with MJF printed housings, and then 2 battery packs. And that's going to be in like one Pelican case, and that case is going to get popped around to various different people for reviews, and that way they'll have a setup provided by me with the settings that I recommend and the settings that the community has found to be the best. And yeah, I think that will get these things some good traction. Yeah. Integrated battery. This is something that I think I touched on in the Discord group a little earlier today. But basically, what I'm trying to design is one sec. So on the Gen 3 platform, we obviously have a switch up here and your battery down here. What I want to design is the battery cap just to work just like a flashlight. You know, you tighten it on, you click your button, and you're on. But that comes with difficulties, because if you actually look at a lot of night vision that's sold right now, they say like don't have batteries in it if you're plugged in, and they say like basically don't plug it in if you got batteries inside it and try and use both at the same time. That's because they don't put any like current protection in there. They just have power in, and they don't have it divided up with anything in there. But I want to do that differently, and so I want to be able to have batteries inside the unit, be able to have the unit plugged in, and be able to power it on and not have it blow up on the back of your head or the front of your head by the batteries feeding into each other. But I still only want to have it be one switch. To enter, you had to get tickets on my web store. There's going to be another raffle. You're going to have another chance to get some more in there. The quads, I haven't actually printed them yet. The biggest struggle for me on the quads was, let me grab a couple tubes right here. When you have the Siamese pod, right? Here's your Siamese pod, kind of like this. You have to be able to slide it back and forth, but if you still want articulation, you articulate it on a separate axis, but it has to come down and lock at a like parallel plane. So it's not, you know, like comes down like this or comes down like that. It has to come down flat every time and slide back and forth. The hardest part for me was figuring out the mechanism to be able to get enough IPD adjustment out of them and still have it strong and still have it small. I think I figured that out. I just need to do some cleanup, and basically I'm not like a CAD fucking guru or anything. I just like do stuff, and I know I do it wrong, but that's how I do it anyways. Like I'll model something and I'll sculpt it. I'll cut away from what I modeled to make what I want to have. So right now I got the Siamese pod, I got the pillar on there with the dovetail, and I need to sculpt my way in to run the wires and make sure that's printable and a good design, so that way the Siamese pod will work correctly. But the quads are coming. Once I get that pod figured out, It's going to bolt up to the same bridge, so no changes needed there. Lenses for the quads is going to be pretty difficult, because what we're actually going to do is there's going to be a 3D printed jig that basically resembles this printed housing right here, but it's a lot tougher and it's one piece, but it's got a nice slant cut into it right here. And you're going to use a belt sander with a silica carbide belt, and you're going to actually grind the entire lens cell down. And you're going to do that for all 4 lenses, and they're all going to be identical. And that way, when everything's assembled, those 2 ground lenses will sit, together and give you a nice, like, prismed. That's the best I can do with my hands, but it's going to be like that. But yeah, that's it, guys. Unless you got any more questions or any comments or anything you want me to talk to. But yeah, guys, I do want to do like another giveaway, not necessarily a raffle. I am going to do like a lot of restructuring to the actual community, and I still have a lot of details to figure that out. But I'm going to be restructuring Discord and trying to figure out a way to get more projects that other people are doing rolling, essentially, and how we can fix those up. If you want to talk about a poverty phosphorus, here we have a Gen 1 green phosphor tube with a mil-spec lens on the front and a micro display lens on the back. The battery cable solder joint ripped off, but yeah, $100 for this sucker minus the lenses. It was $100 tube. I think you can get them for like $50 though. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today. You guys know where to find me. Hit me up in the Discord if you have any questions. Instagram, I'm pretty active on all that stuff. So take care, y'all. Logging out. Garrett from Texas. That's who won.